This Ethereum pattern is about to break out. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have some very important technical analysis to do on Ethereum, and in fact, we have a very important price prediction to do on Ethereum, because as I just showed you, it looks like Ethereum is just hours away from a massive breakout. In this video, I'm going to be using a years-old pattern on Ethereum to substantiate why I believe that Ethereum is going to nearly $3,000 in the next 3 months. By the end of this video, you're going to walk away with a much better understanding of the Ethereum chart, and you're going to understand why it's so important that you be invested in the king of altcoins right now. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Before we get started, I do want to mention one of the sponsors of this channel, and that would be Bybit. If you are interested in trading cryptocurrencies, I would highly encourage you to sign up with our affiliate link for Bybit in the pinned comment down below. Not only is Bybit a great exchange, you will be helping to support this channel with that link. Anyway, guys, we have a lot of analysis to do, so let's jump onto the chart. We are on the hourly chart for Ethereum, and the very first thing that jumps out at me when I look at this chart is this. Ethereum is currently below a trend line right here, and Ethereum currently finds itself above a trend line right here. Even as we're recording this video, you'll notice there's a pretty big red candlestick on the hourly chart for Ethereum. We're going to talk about this in a second, but first we need to zoom out and analyze this consolidation pattern. This type of consolidation pattern is something called a symmetrical triangle pattern. That's because it has a downtrend of resistance and an uptrend of support, as opposed to a flat level of resistance or a flat level of support, or an uptrending level of support and resistance. Those would be called wedges. This is a symmetrical triangle pattern because it is, well, symmetrical. Something else we need to look at in this pattern is that we need to see declining volume to indicate that a large breakout is coming. If volume is declining, then that indicates that the consolidation going on this pattern is legitimate, and that we should see a break of that consolidation, a break of that low volatility when we break one of these trend lines. So interestingly enough, if we zoom out to the daily chart and we look at our volume, we're going to find that volume has dropped substantially over the last 7 days that we've been in this pattern. Volume is significantly lower now than it was just several days ago, and that makes sense because volatility has dropped. As you'll notice, the Bollinger Bands are curving in on themselves, and Ethereum isn't moving as much as it was just a few weeks ago. All of these signs clearly point to a breakout coming on Ethereum, most likely today, maybe even before this video goes out. And when Ethereum breaks out of this pattern, here is one of two things that will happen. Either one, Ethereum will break to the upside and we will be in for a long position that we can open on a trade. Or Ethereum will break to the downside and we will be in for a short position that we can open as a trade. Here's exactly how you want to trade these patterns. You do not place a trade right now. Notice that we have not broken bearish and we have not broken bullish. Even though Ethereum on the last hour looks like it's bearish, we don't know which direction we're going to break yet. We haven't decided. What you want to do is you want to wait until Ethereum either breaks a level around here or a level around here and has clearly broken one of the trend lines. Once Ethereum, for example, breaks this level or breaks this level, then we would enter a trade either at this point or at this point. There's a really nifty tool on TradingView right over here that we can use to set up trades. We're going to place our entry, our open, right here at about $1,250. We would set a stop loss right above the trend line. Now pause, this is important because if Ethereum breaks bullish above a trend line, then it is a place where we want to long the market. But if Ethereum falls back below that level of resistance, then that means that that breakout is invalid. So what that looks like is that if Ethereum breaks out and then says, no, actually, I'm going to break down, then we want to be exiting the trade around here. That's why if we enter a trade right here, then we will go ahead and put our open price right there, but we are going to put our stop loss right there. A price target for this trade, if you were to go long, I would say is around $1,450. We're going to get to why in a second. That gives us a very nice 6 risks to reward ratio. On the other hand, if we flip this over and say, okay, we want to wait for Ethereum to break bearish and then we flip it, we come over here and we get a short position instead, we'll put our open right there, a stop loss right there, and a target would likely be around $1,000. We have about a 6 risk to reward ratio also. Notice I haven't told you yet which direction I think Ethereum is going to break out. Why is that? Because it actually doesn't matter in the slightest which direction Ethereum breaks out from here, because if Ethereum breaks bullish, okay, we enter a bullish trade. We enter a long trade. If Ethereum breaks bearish, if it breaks down, then okay, we enter a short trade. But we don't make that decision until Ethereum has made its decision. Think about that. We don't make our decision until Ethereum has made its decision. So I'll tell you that I'm a little bit concerned about a bearish breakout by the way that Ethereum's moving in the last few hours, but in general, I am very bullish on Ethereum, and I think it's a little bit more likely anyway that Ethereum breaks bullish. Does it matter which direction it breaks? Not in the slightest. But that's how you would trade this. Now, let's move on to the price prediction because that is a little bit separate, and this is going to build into it. No matter which direction Ethereum breaks, there are two facts that we need to understand. Number one, volume is dropping. We're in a consolidation pattern. A breakout is almost certainly coming, and volatility will return because of that. Number two, Ethereum and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is in a very strong uptrend. Our conclusion from this is that Ethereum is about to see a return to volatility and that Ethereum is very bullish, which means that even if Ethereum doesn't break bullish immediately and we break bearish out of that pattern that I just showed you, eventually Ethereum, if everything stays the same, will likely continue northwards. And that's where our Ethereum price prediction comes in. Because if we look out on the daily chart, we are going to see something very interesting on the ETH USD chart. When I look at this chart from a bird's eye point of view, I notice that Ethereum has two very similar tops and two very similar bottoms. I would call this up here a double top and this down here a double bottom. If you draw some lines to connect these tops, you will notice that we have a W formation. Friends, something that I have noticed in the last several weeks is that Bitcoin is already rallied to double its all-time high, but Ethereum hasn't even broken its all-time high yet. And that shows on the Ethereum BTC chart. You'll notice Ethereum was worth a lot more on its Bitcoin comparative 3 years ago than it is now, like 400% more. And that also shows over on dominance. You'll notice that Ethereum had 31% market dominance in mid-2017, but today only has 12%. Listen very closely because this is the most important point I'll make in this whole video. This is not because Ethereum is a less valuable cryptocurrency than Bitcoin. This is not because Ethereum has seen less fundamental development and less adoption than Bitcoin. This is for one reason and one reason alone. The hype cycle that we are in right now is very young. Bitcoin has all of the hype because it's the #1 cryptocurrency. Ethereum has actually seen more development on its blockchain, in its community, with its adoption, with decentralized finance and dApps in the last 3 years than Bitcoin has by far and away. Now, don't get me wrong. Bitcoin deserves the #1 spot. I'm in no way saying Ethereum is challenging that, but I am saying that Ethereum is massively undervalued. Why? Because this is a very young bull market that we're in. Bitcoin only broke $10,000 like 2 or 3 months ago. Bull markets typically last 2 to 3 years. We are about to see something happen that we have not seen in a very long time. We are going to see a massive resurgence of Ethereum market dominance in the next 6 to 12 months, and I think it's going to start this quarter 1 of 2021. This consolidation pattern up here, combined with this long-term W formation, is almost certainly going to lead to a massive break of this flat level of resistance, this double top at $1,400, and is going to lead to Ethereum rallying much, much higher. The fact that Bitcoin is trading at double its all-time high and Ethereum is trading at its all-time high, but Ethereum has seen more development than Bitcoin, gives us two conclusions. Number one, while Bitcoin does deserve a $40,000 valuation, has gotten there so quickly because of hype that has not fully translated to Ethereum yet. But number two, our second conclusion from that, is that Ethereum should actually be worth more than Bitcoin as far as the gains are concerned, not as much as price action, and not as far as market capitalization, but as far as how fast it gains in value. Its underlying intrinsic value says it should be growing even faster than Bitcoin because its adoption, its metrics are growing faster than Bitcoin. So this is in no way throwing shade at Bitcoin, but it is saying that Ethereum is only not keeping up with Bitcoin because the hype has not translated to Ethereum. But there's something very important that you have to understand. The hype is translating to Ethereum. The retail is starting to understand Ethereum. The market is starting to embrace Ethereum. And a lot of people, like myself, are bringing attention to it in the media and making you guys understand that there's a massive opportunity here. So what's my price prediction for Ethereum? I have said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I think it's around $3,000 this quarter. So long as Ethereum does not have an inflationary problem, and so long as those fundamentals continue to develop, I do see a 5-figure Ethereum in the future. And I think I have a very good reason to believe that. I'm holding a lot of Ethereum, and I'm very happy about it. Tell us in the comment section down below if you would like to tell us how much Ethereum you were holding and whether or not you agree or disagree with my conclusions. Guys, analysis is the gate and key to being able to understand, predict, and profit in cryptocurrency markets, and it is absolutely critical that you invest in yourself. The only way that I was able to make the predictions and make the analysis and do all of the chart reading that I did in this video is because I spent a very long time investing in my own education, my own experience, my own wisdom about the cryptocurrency market, making hundreds and thousands of trades and tons of investments, and working in the space every single day. I am not going to lie to you, I've done pretty well for myself because I have invested in myself. That's the only thing that got me here. I want you to understand something. The position that I'm in and a lot of these crypto YouTubers are in and a lot of these whales and a lot of these profitable traders are in, that is a position that you yourself can very much be in. And I'm not telling you that if you don't go through our academy that you can't do that. You can. But no matter where you go to learn, I encourage you, I implore you, learn cryptocurrency. It is an absolutely vital thing that you do. If you don't do it, you can kiss your dreams of succeeding in this space goodbye. I'm just being real with you. That's the way it is. If you don't go through school, don't expect to get a job as an astrophysicist. If you don't go through school, don't expect to get a job as a heart surgeon. You can't learn this stuff on YouTube. In cryptocurrency, you can learn it on YouTube, but I'll tell you something, it's going to take you years. And I want to save you your time. I want to sell your time back to you through the academy that 3,000 students have taken and are using every single day to better themselves in the cryptocurrency market. It really is as simple as that. Instead of going around and spending 100 hours trying to figure out one fact, I can tell you the facts in these videos right here and save you the time. How much is your time worth to you? I spent over 1,000 hours learning everything that went into CT2A, and we're selling the Academy for $274 after the New Year's 2021 coupon. Let's say your time's worth $10 an hour to you, and I'm sure it's worth a lot more than that. That's $10,000 that you could have made going and working basically minimum wage for what you can learn in a $274 Academy. Simple math. It really is. So guys, if you would like to learn everything it takes to become a cryptocurrency trader and investor and profit in the markets, I will not tell you it's going to happen overnight. I will not hand it to you on a silver platter because the only thing I'll be able to hand you is something fake. I want you to actually do it because I care about you guys. I really do. That's why we make these videos, because I want to help you guys go down the same journey that I went down. If you're interested, the link's in the description box down below. Use coupon code New Year's 2021 at checkout for $75 off. We do have a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee, and yes, we do accept Bitcoin payments. You can email us at cryptojeb@gmail.com for that. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching. As always, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.